Good evening. Welcome to the press conference after the BKT EuroCup Eightfinal game between Twinsbet Vilnius and Ubt Cluj-Napoca. We will start with the head coach of Ubt Cluj-Napoca, Mr. Mihai Slosan. So, coach, congratulations with the win, and how happy are you?
Thank you very much. Obviously, you are extremely happy after a game like this. 2 overtimes, 50 minutes of basketball. Really close game after we didn't start that well. But my players stayed tough mentally. I'm really proud about that, that thing that we didn't give up. And at the end, we found a way to win. I mean, each of those two teams could win. You know, it was 2 overtime with 1 point difference at the end. But I take it, and I'm extremely happy and proud. And we are 2nd year in a row in top 8 of the EuroCup, so that's a good and big thing for our organization. We move forward and think on Valencia already in this competition. So we take it and we move forward.
Xavier Simpson had incredible night. What can you say about his performance?
I mean, he was all year one of the top players of EuroCup regarding his statistical line. After regular season, he was 1st in assists and 3rd in points scored, but he improved, especially his decision making and adapting to European basketball. He improved a lot from the beginning of the season till now. For example, today he managed to have 14 assists with just 2 turnovers. That's huge. That's really big. Plus his 26 points. Of course, he had the ball in his hands a lot. We wanted to have the ball to give the ball in his hands because now we trust him more and more about his skills and decision maker. So I'm really happy for him. But like I told to the players in a locker room, a player can have a good night, but without a team to support him and without other players to be positive and to play defense and to fight, it's impossible to win. And tonight we had that type of the team. I repeat myself, even if we didn't play that well first half, but we stick together, we fight, and at the end we come out like winners. So I'm really happy for that.
You had double-digit deficit in the 2nd quarter. What was the key for your team to get that comeback to the game?
For sure, the defense was the key. We allowed way too many points in 1st quarter. We allowed 33 points, and then we didn't allow more than 15, 16, 17, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter. So I think there was the key because we adapt and we play much better defense comparing with the 4th quarter. And I mean, if you want to win at this level, at this stage, you need to play good defense. I mean, at least to focus a lot on good defense. That's the key of it.
Okay. Any questions? Okay. Thank you, coach.
Thank you very much.
we continue our press conference. Head coach of Twinsbet Vilnius, Mr. Alessandro Magno. Coach, the EuroCup journey and the thriller of the 2 overtimes, what are your thoughts about it?
I mean, I think that we have to consider the wider picture. How we arrived to play this game. Was a long journey with up and downs. We deserved to get a spot in the playoff. We arrived not in the best condition at this game, but I think that we showed ourselves and everybody that we really wants to fight, to try to go to the next round. We started pretty well. Once we had energy, our ball sharing was pretty good. We were able to, move the ball to the corners like we would like to do, attack, drive and kick, creating shots, making shots. We created a gap. Then obviously some tactical situation. They changed the pick and roll defense. They went small ball, then using switching defense with Guzman at the 4, with Stevens that played a very, very good game. We lost a bit of the flow that we would like to have. And obviously at the end we arrived at the end of the game more like with pride than quality, to be honest, especially in offense. We weren't able to stop the Simpson drives. We were able to force him to have a bad 2 percentage. He had a very good 3-point percentage, but mostly he was able to engage everybody on the short passes, and that's what they gave. I mean, the situation that gave them the chance to stay in a game. I think once again we have to take a lesson about this. It's March 4, so obviously EuroCup is over, but our job here is not over. So now it's not easy mentally to try to reset and restart. I'm sure won't be easy. You were in the locker room, so that's not an easy game and defeat. Even in the way we arrived to that end, that it's easy to just bounce back immediately. Probably we need a bit of time, but we want to be ready to complete the job in LKL, because I think that this team deserve to finish in the proper way, and now we can focus on a domestic league. That in the last period, better than me, we were really focused to try to achieve those kind of big goals. Was a tie game. Details, turnovers, mistakes, calls, no calls, but we were there to try to fight until the end.
Okay, questions, please.
Hello, Coach. I'll ask directly. Was it a foul, Trash shooting 3-pointer, and was it a foul, Anthony making the last drive?
I mean, I watched the video, and to be honest, both were fouls.
And how are you disappointed by that? Like the calls decide the games, not the plays.
I mean, coaches can make mistakes, players can make mistakes, referee can make mistakes. Obviously, playing 2 overtime without missing 2 players like we did, short rotation, overplaying some players. You know better than me. If they blow the whistle with the time over, and we score at least 1 out of 3 with Rishon Turman that is shooting 80%, probably the locker room vibes were different. Probably this press conference was different. But it is what it is. I mean, we cannot control that. Obviously, I finished the timeout, but the bad thing at the last is that was not called a foul and was their ball. Was a turnover, so the game was over almost there. But once again, I mean, I watched the footage. In my opinion, were 2 fouls. But what to do?
Coach, you were grooving as a team at one point, but the injuries, the losses, the KMT loss, now losing in the crucial moments. How disappointing is that period of time for you as a coach and for the team?
I mean, obviously, probably I hate to lose more than I love to win. And I don't want to teach anything to anybody, but we have to really understand that we have to, in our job, like in life, we have to deal with that. We have to deal with really bad moment. But I would like to tell you that after a game like this, after 2 overtime, I'm proud of my team. I'm proud of my player, despite the mistakes, despite everything we did. But we were there to try to achieve a common goal. Obviously, you know, the last LKL game, KNT, and you know, we already discussed about the semi-final mostly. It's not a good period. We have to find somehow, once again, it's not easy to find not only the mental, because we have also physical problems. So we try to have as soon as possible the best shape and the mental condition to arrive ready now at the playoff. So I cannot promise you that in 1 week we will be ready. Probably we won't. But obviously now our next target is to be ready for playoff in the best seat possible.
Coach Andrew Andrews looked like he played injured today.
Yeah.
What was behind your decision to keep him playing? Because the shots were a bit short, and it was like in the eye test. It seemed that he's limping. What was behind your decision to keep him playing anyways?
Yeah, I obviously can be a mistake because I don't have the truth. But if you want to win, usually you build a team with players that already want something because they know what to do. And same in a kind of game like this, I would like to trust on players that already played the kind of games. Despite, for example, Chris played amazing in the first time he went on the court. Second time, probably was a bit not so aggressive. And I made a decision to try to trust, despite of everything, to a player that can swipe a foul and go on the line like he did. And to be honest, despite his limping, was amazing in defense. Was one of the big guy that was able to, you know, guard Sasu Saling off screens many times, try to, or at least was not worse than others. You know, in the last possession, I took the opposite decision. After 3 short shots, I decided, because we knew it, that then the ball was for sure in Anthony Cowan, and I would like to have another player that had the physical condition to try to knock down that shot, but we had not the chance to do it.
Mike.
Told you watch the footage of 2 last possessions. I'm just curious. Maybe someone from your staff also watched the footage of opponent's timeout in the end of.
To be honest, I don't understand everything what happened in that moment. I know what I did, so that I made a sub that I couldn't do. So you know, Chris in and Anthony out. But then at the last, I to be honest, don't understand why we spent so many. Are you talking about 0.6 at the end?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I also didn't understand this.
I don't understand, to be honest. Because they sub a player, then another player come back. Then once they say you cannot play, he was drawing a set for Silly, and. But
Yeah, but I'm also asking about.
no, I mean, to be
moment
honest,
you took
our focus was to try to see if those 2 situations that, in our opinion, were crucial, were missed call or not. But I mean, it's not even. If not, it's already the 3rd time I come here and I talk about referee, and I looks like that I'm complaining of myself. We made mistakes. Obviously, there are mistakes and mistakes. You know, there are mistakes that can help you to win a game or not. Those probably could help us to win the game. But I now have to be focused on what, as a coach, to do better to try to keep everybody together. Then obviously I would love to take a charter flight to Valencia next week, and I cannot do it.
Okay, I put my question in another way. Are you in favor that TV films the timeouts in crucial moments?
I mean, about TV, you just create a show for the people that are watching the game at home. So, for example, when I watch the the games, I love to watch the timeout because I want to understand how the coaches are doing their job. It's like when you go at the arena and there are somebody that doesn't want to show the replay at the big screen to don't fuel the crowd. On the other hand, people say that the people pay the tickets to try to understand and see everything. So I don't give you an answer. You can have one version or completely the opposite. From my side, I like it. I love to watch it. I don't know if I made an answer to your question. So in political way, in the Italian political way, bro.
Diplomacy.
So thank you.
What test results came back for Marek?
Sorry.
What test results came back for Marek?
We tried to have him at the game. He tried yesterday to be at the game, was not ready, but probably is less serious than we supposed. So let's wait for him probably for a couple of weeks, I hope.
So that means that there will be no signings until the end of the season?
No, I mean, not right now. But to be honest, we didn't talk about signing now. No. I told you, as a coach, I'm focused with the personnel and the roster I have. And then we will have time after a day off, because we need to have a day off anyway to try to reset. We will talk about everything.
But do you see if the team needs one?
We need, first of all, to recover the players that we had at the beginning. For sure, we missed probably for sure the two of the best players in the last period that were in shape, Jogela and Blažević were playing amazing in both competitions. But once again, it's like miss a call. What to do? I can complain about myself. Are injuries about, managing the loads in practice, muscle problems cause, something that was managed bad, but were two game injury, game contacts, and you cannot predict that.
What will be your way to approach the team? Like you're saying, it will be a hard moment right now to recover and to look after your European season has ended, especially for foreigners, to go and play only in the LKL.
From one side, technical side, is probably the first opportunity we have to have multiple practices in a row. Something that we never had before. Even at the FIBA break, that usually is the moment where you try to get better. We had not the chance because injuries and players in the national team. So if you remember, we spoke that we are not practicing 5-on-5 from the week before the KMT. Now we try to obviously do that as much as possible. So as a coach, first of all, we have still room to try to be better about techniques and tactics, offense and defense. Mentally is the other part of my job, probably the most important one, but we have to understand, first of all, that we want to respect the job we did so far. Second, that usually they remember you in a way you finish, not in a way you start. And we want to get the job done. So I hope that touching those points we can have it. But I tell you now, won't be in one day.
Lithuanian national basketball team head coach Rimas Kurtinaitis said about the Wolves that they play great in the European tournament, but they lack of the foreign players lacked motivation in the domestic league. Do you see that problem, and do you see that tendency? If you see that, do you have a plan how to get them going in the LKL?
It's true that in the last period, obviously, we had to focus really in the last 3 regular season EuroCup games to try to achieve playoff and this game. So obviously everything was in between was for sure not at the same level in order of focus and physicality, despite Neptunas, because it was a game that we really, wanna win. Once again, we are professional persons. We want to try to win something, and we have to let them understand that now they are here wearing this uniform, and we have to respect the daily job we have ourselves, the people that are paying us, the fans that are paying the tickets to come to watch the game. So from now that there is no other excuses than being focused on EuroCup, absolutely we have to be focused on LKL, because we already showed that this is a league like others that you can lose everywhere if you are not serious, if you don't play with the proper effort, energy, and desire. So I hope to, and I wish to the club, to myself, to everybody, to have the same kind of energy, focus, and physicality we had in the last 4 EuroCup games from the next LKL games as well.
You mentioned a few times that the team needs to get the job done. What would be for you a job done this season? With what would you go with a calm heart to Italy to eat some pasta and drink some wine?
I mean, we need to compete. We need to compete every time. If you gave everything you got in your tank, then can happen that there are somebody better than us. What I would like to do is to finish this season with no regrets. With no regrets. For example, I'm pretty disappointed about tonight, but if you are instead of me, do you regrets of something about everything that the players gave on the court tonight in the condition we were? We played much worse game than this. We showed desire, we showed focus. We made mistake, but I have no regrets. Probably I have more regrets about myself in order of, I'm the kind of person that would like to judge myself before than others. But the point is to be ready, and in the short period try to finish the regular season in the best positions, and then respecting everybody, try to see if we are able to go to the semifinal, beat one of the team that right now are showing to be better than us, like in order of, let's say, consistency, like Ritas, for example, or, we never won against Rectabilis, for example. And then let's see if we are able to compete to win something. If you want to win something, you have to be there. If you are not there, you cannot win. So that's the point. We want to work to be there.
Okay.
Coach, you're giving the good political answers from time to time, but I realized directly.
So I missed the job. Every time you say that. So
yeah, my colleague asked about the goal. I realized directly. Do you want to go out with the medal? Is the medal like necessary for this team to get on a high note? Is this the goal?
I would like to win something, or at least to participate to build a winning mentality. You cannot win every time, but we want to work to win. Win a medal could be for sure the best way to finish, or try to work to build something. Because thinking about the best club in Europe with more experience, more the history. And you talk about EuroLeague. Everybody watch EuroLeague. Everybody would like to love EuroLeague. There are unbelievable teams that don't win. So every season there is only one team that is winning, and how many great teams are not winning at the end? So you are working to get better and to try to be there to have a chance. Obviously, I would like to win something. If won't happen, we will try it again and again and again and again. Because I think that this club has a huge potential, great persons that are working in this organization. Just because every club is that one, because the person are working with that club. And probably we are trying to build a kind of, organization, keep building a kind of organization that can gain even some respect 360 degrees.
More questions? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, and Skanos. And if you already ate, lucky you.